Welcome to the Gage Cloud Voice Educational Series. Knowing how to use your phone and all the available services will help you get the most out of your system. We will cover the various features of your phone and their operation. So let's get started. As the administrator, you have access to make changes to many areas of your system, including settings on individual phones and users. We will go over several commonly used procedures that you will use on a regular basis. Skip ahead to the times shown here to go directly to each section. The admin portal is accessed through a web browser by going to admin.gage.cloud. You will be presented with a login screen, and you will use the same credentials that you use for your other portals. If you need assistance logging in, please give our office a call and we will be happy to help. Once you are logged in, you will use the bubble icons or the menu to access the various sections of the portal. To change user settings, click the Users bubble or the menu item and you will be shown a list of all the users on your system. You can use the Department pull-down to filter out a specific group of phones, or you can use the search field to find a specific user based on the name, extension, or phone number for the user. As you type, the list will automatically update and filter the users. When you find the user you want to change, click any of the fields and a window will pop up that is similar to the Personal Com portal, and all the settings are now available in this window. For detailed information about all the changes you can make in this window, be sure to watch our video dedicated to the Personal Com portal. Some of the more common setting changes you would make here are changing the forwarding for the user, setting or disabling Do Not Disturb. Clicking the View Account Setting link lets you change the user's password or change the voicemail PIN. Changing the password for the user will change the password that they use to access their Personal Com portal or the Accession client. Enter the new password in the pop-up. When you change the voicemail PIN, this is the new PIN that the user will use to access their voicemail. If a user has locked themselves out of their account due to too many failed login attempts, either in the voicemail or the Personal Com portal, you can unlock the user's account by selecting the Actions pull-down to the right and select Unlock Account. Once unlocked, we recommend that you reset the password and the voicemail PIN for the user as well. If a user assigned to an extension leaves, and you need to set up the extension for a new user, you can do so within the Users section of the admin portal. Find the extension in the list, click the Actions pull-down, and choose Reset Line. In the pop-up, enter the name for the new user. Leave the option to also use his local calling name checked, and uncheck the Remove from Groups checkbox. Click Apply and confirm the reset. Once it is reset, you'll be shown a screen with the new user's password and PIN information. You can use this information, but the randomly generated passwords and PIN are rather complex. To set a simpler password and PIN, click the user in the list and open their settings. Click the View Account Settings link, and then choose the options to change password and change voicemail PIN to set a simpler password and PIN for the user. One final thing to change is found in the call setting bubble for the user. You will notice the checkboxes for Provide Caller ID for incoming calls and Provide Caller Name for incoming calls are unchecked. Be sure to check each of these boxes and click Apply. Without these options being checked, the user will not see caller ID when their phone rings. The line has now been reset for the new user. The new user will use the new password and PIN to access their services, and the voicemail will walk them through their setup the first time they log in. If you need to make changes to the automated attendant that answers your calls, such as changing where a menu option points or uploading a new recording for the greeting, go into the Attendants section. Do not choose the Auto Attendant menu item because that will go to a different section that will not work. A list of your auto attendants will show in a list. Click the attendant you want to change, and you will see the COM portal for the attendant. Click the Open Attendant Settings button to see the details for this service. Choose the Attendant Menu tab to see the menu options set up for the attendant. Use the pull-down next to each digit and make the appropriate selection for your needs. The Transfer option will open a second field which allows you to enter or change the destination. The destination can be an internal extension number, direct telephone number, or external phone numbers. The Play Announcement option will give you a link to upload or record an announcement. If you need to upload or record the message that plays to callers, click the Listen Change link on the right side of the window. If a recording is not present, this link will say Record instead of Listen Change. The pop-up window will begin to play the existing greeting. If you have a microphone connected to your computer, you can record directly to the system by clicking the Record button. If you have a recording file that you would like to upload, click the Upload Announcements section to bring up the Upload dialog. Choose the recording file on your computer and click Upload. When finished, click Save and the announcement will be saved. If you receive an error when uploading the new file, it is likely that the format of the file is not compatible with our system. Click the question mark to the right of the Choose File dialog for specifics on the file. MP3 files are not compatible and would need to be converted first. For assistance with converting files into the correct format, please give our office a call and we will be happy to help. If your account has an advanced automated attendant, your options will be slightly different. The advanced automated attendant gives you additional scheduling options, multi-level menu options, and additional routing options. Most of the setup will initially be performed by Gage, and any adjustments you would make will be small. If you are wanting to make significant changes to your automated attendant, please give us a call so we can work with you and ensure things are set up properly. Open the settings for the service by going to the Attendance section and select the service from the list. Click the Open Attendant Settings button and you will see the different tabs for the various settings of the auto attendant. To make changes to where menu options are routed, go to the Menus tab. A list of the available menus will be listed on the left. Select the appropriate menu and go to the Keys section. Use the pull-down menu and select the action you want each digit to use, and if additional information such as a transfer destination is needed, a second field will open for you to enter it. Options that play an announcement will need to have the files uploaded beforehand. More on that in a moment. Once all your changes are made, click the Apply button to commit your changes. The Timeout tab is where you will set what you want the system to do with callers that do not make a selection. Choose the action you want the system to take, and if needed, enter a transfer destination or other secondary information. The General tab will give information on the menu. You can change the name or description to make it easy to know what is in the menu. The Menu Announcement pull-down is where you will select which message will play as part of the menu. The announcement will have to be uploaded beforehand in order for it to show up in the list. Since we're on that subject, let's move to the Announcements tab. This is where we will record or upload the messages that are available to use in our menus. A list of all the announcements will be listed. To modify an existing one, click the appropriate announcement in the list and a pop-up will appear. You can also add a new announcement by clicking the Add New Announcement button, and you will see the same pop-up window. Be sure to name the announcement so that you can easily identify it in the menu pull-downs. Give it an optional description if you'd like to provide more information on what is in the announcement. If you have a microphone connected to your computer, click the Record button and you can record the greeting directly into the portal. If you have an announcement file already recorded, choose Upload Announcement from the pull-down. Choose the announcement file and click Upload. If you receive an error when uploading the new file, it is likely that the format is not compatible with the system. Click the question mark to the right of the Choose File dialog for specifics on the file format. MP3 files are not compatible and would need to be converted first. For assistance with converting these files into the correct format, please give our office a call and we will be glad to help. Typically, calls are set up to ring into a hunt group. The hunt group can ring calls to one phone at a time or ring all phones together. Any modifications to the hunt group are done by going into the Hunt Groups MLHGs section. You will see a list of all the hunt groups that are programmed in your system. If you want to add a hunt group to your system, you will not be able to do that within this portal. Please contact our office for assistance in creating a new hunt group. You can make changes to existing hunt groups by clicking the appropriate group from the list. The Hunt Group Pilots tab will show you the phone numbers associated with the group. You may see a number that is listed with a 480 area code. Don't worry, this is completely normal and does not affect the caller's ability to reach you. This screen is simply informational. The Hunt Group's Members tab will show you a list of all the members of the group. You can select one of the members and remove them from the group, and that phone will no longer receive Hunt Group calls. Click the Change Positions button and move lines up and down depending on who you want to receive calls first. Any position changes will not apply to hunt groups that are set to ring all phones. Click the Add Lines button to add a new phone to the hunt group. Check the box next to all the lines you wish to add and click Add Selected. You can use the department's pull-down and the search box to make it easier to find the lines you want to add. You can also quickly add a line by entering the 10-digit direct number in the Add Single Line field and clicking Add. Entering the extension number here will not work. The full 10-digit direct phone number is required. In the Settings tab, you can rename the group to better fit the purpose of the group. You can also change whether users can log in or out of the group. Typically, this setting is determined at the initial setup and normally is not changed afterwards, so you can leave the setting as it is. The Hunt Settings section is where you change how calls ring into the group. Again, this is typically set during the initial setup and should only be changed if absolutely needed. Change the call distribution algorithm to meet the group's needs and click Apply. For assistance in choosing the right distribution type, please give our office a call. Your system comes with a built-in music files that play to your callers while they are on hold. There are several built-in options to choose from, or you can upload your own music or customize on-hold message. Files can either be WAV files or MP3 files, and typically do not need to be converted prior to uploading. Multiple files can be used and assigned to different departments or even specific phone numbers if needed. Click the Music on Hold menu item and a new window will open, bringing you into the Music on Hold administration portal. You will start on the Mappings tab, which displays the current settings for your system. We will come back to this tab in a bit. To hear the existing files or upload a new file, move to the Resources tab. The files in the Global Media list are the built-in options and cannot be changed. You can click each file to open it and listen to it. To add or update your own file, go to the very bottom of the screen. Enter a unique ID in this field. The ID cannot conflict with any existing ID in the list. Provide a description for the file to make it easy to identify it in the list we will see in a moment. Finally, click the Choose File button and locate your Music on Hold file, then click Add. You will now see the new file as part of the list. You could upload up to 10 separate files, totaling 20 megabytes for all files. You will see your used and available space below the file upload fields. If you need to free up space to upload a new file, you can delete any files that are not being used or may be out of date. Now that we have our files uploaded, let's go back into the Mappings tab. The top section shows what is currently set as the active source. The default option is what will be used unless another file is assigned to a specific service. To change the default file, click the Edit button to open the fields to edit. Click the pull-down for the initial resource and choose from the available files. In most cases, the action can be left as repeat, which will go back to the beginning of the file should the caller reach the end. If you are looking for a specific application using the other actions, please give our office a call so we can work with you and ensure that things are set up properly to meet your needs. Next, choose the start point, whether you would like callers to start at the beginning of the file each time or at a random point in the file. Click Save when you are finished making changes. If you want to assign a different file to a specific department or phone number, select the phone number from the service in the directory number pull-down. For hunt groups, be sure to choose the pilot number for the hunt group. Refer to the Hunt Group Pilots tab in the Hunt Group section of the admin portal for this information. Choose the file to use from the initial resource pull-down. Set the action to repeat, set your start point, and click Add. The new setting will be added to the top section and can be edited in the same way as the default, or be deleted. Once the settings are added to the list, they become active immediately, and no other changes are needed. Your system is constantly collecting information and allows you to run reports on that information, such as call logs, missed calls, and frequently called numbers. To run these reports, go into the Call Analytics section. The Summary tab will show graphs for call data over the last 24 hours. It gives a quick breakdown of call counts for the different call types and average durations for each call type. The Download Logs tab allows you to download the complete log file for your system in a specified date range. Set your date range and click Download, and the system will generate a CSV file. This file is unformatted data and would typically only be used in certain cases. The Report section is where you want to go to get more detailed reports. Click the New Report button, which will open a new window. Give the report a title to make it easy to find in the report list we will see in a moment. Choose the report type from the pull-down depending on what information you want to see. We will cover what some of the more common report types are in just a bit. If the report allows you to do so, you can apply a line, account code, or department filter. Adding a filter here will only run the report for the specified line or department. For the schedule, choosing one-off makes the report on demand and will need to be run manually. Click the Update Report button to run the report and display it on the page. You can also schedule the report to be automatically delivered to an email address as a PDF file attachment, either daily, weekly, or monthly. Choose which days you want to receive the reports for weekly and monthly reports. Enter the email address that will receive the reports in the Send To field. Multiple addresses can be added here, separating each with a comma. Finally, set the date and time range for the report. One-off reports allows you to choose specific date ranges. Scheduled reports will automatically choose the previous period for the report. Change the time range if you only want to see specific periods during the day. Then, choose which days during the week you want to include. Highlighted days will be shown. To exclude weekends, for example, simply click each day to clear the highlight, and only weekdays will be in the report. As you make changes to the report, a description of the report will be in this section here. When you have the report built like you want, click Save at the top of the screen, and the report will be shown in the Report Schedule Manager. Now, if we come to the Reports section in the Admin portal and choose Manage Reports, we will see the newly created report. Clicking the Edit button will run the report manually, or you can make changes to the report. If you have a report you like and would like to duplicate it for a different set of filters, choose Clone, which will use all the settings from the original report, and you can adjust the filters for the new report and save it as a separate report. Now we'll cover some of the more commonly used report types and what information they show. Call log will show all calls with the date and time of each call, the direction of the call, the caller ID or phone numbers on the call, and the duration of the call. Frequent caller and called shows a list of phone numbers and the number of times each number was called or called in. This is typically used to identify caller abuse. Traffic by day and hour will show you the busy times during the day or week. User statistics will give you a breakdown per user on how many calls they made or answered and the average time spent on calls. For additional information on the other report types, or for additional help in setting up a report, please contact our office and we'll be happy to help. We'd like to thank you for watching our video and for choosing Gage as your communications provider. We also invite you to watch our other videos for more information on the available features of your system. And visit us online at gagetelephone.com for even more resources. While you are there, be sure to sign up for the My Gage portal, which allows you to open and check the status of service orders, view and pay invoices, and many other useful features to get the most out of your Gage experience. If you need additional help, we're available 24/7. Feel free to call our office or email us at any time.